How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you all so much for the likes, comments, subscribing. I'm still going through some of the comments. I think I got to a majority of them. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. A lot of positive feedback. Some confusion, which I knew that was going to happen because I should have probably broke this up over two videos. I tried to slam it all into one video, but I had a feeling I was going to have to do another one anyway to explain the 11:11 effect better. And I'm kind of glad it worked out that way because I found some new information. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in this video. So I think it's all going to work out in the end, actually. So why is this an 11:11 event? You can see by this picture, it's well illustrated. It's the exact same on the left, the exact same on the right. So if you think of a calendar, say, let's pick a date, March 1st. Well, what would the 11/11 event of that be? You go out exactly 6 months. What would you land on? September 1st, right? All right, so when you look at this timeline I'm going to show you, think of it that way. It would be the same on the left and the same on the right. Same date counts, everything, just 6 months apart. And I want you to see this. So I hope that explained that as far as a timeline, that's the 11/11 event. So let's go here. So the top is Bible. And then the bottom are the signs that we received almost 7 years ago. We're coming up on the 7-year anniversary of both of these. So let's start at the top. All right, Miriam died on the 10th of Nisan, which we have as March 26th. That is the date of the triumphal entry. That is the day that Jesus rode in on a donkey. And that is the day that Joshua and the Israelites crossed over the Jordan into the promised land. Both triumphal entries on that date of 10 Nisan or March 26th. And she died a year to the day before they crossed into the land. So she died 364 days prior. Now, 333 days separate her death and Moses' death at 120. The 120 is significant because he represents the Jubilee, the 120 of Jubilee, the 6,000th year that man was allotted on earth. Now, obviously, we're going 7 years prior to that because Daniel's 70th week will then start the time of Jacob's trouble, and that will be the last 7 years. And then that's when the millennium will start for the 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth. All right, so Miriam died 333 days later. Moses died on Adar 7, which Adar is the 12th month of the Hebrew calendar, or 12/7, and that translates to the Gregorian on February 21st. So now we got 333 days in between them two. Now, they mourned for Moses after he died for 30 days, and then the Lord comes to Joshua and tells them, hey, within 3 days, be ready to cross into the promised land, prepare you victuals. For within 3 days, you're going to cross over. So those 30 plus 3, that's how you get the 33 days. So you have 333, and now you have 33. All right, so I want you to see that. Now we're going to jump forward exactly 6 months from these dates. I want you to see this. So the Revelation 12 sign, and we're not going to argue over which day it fell on. Either of these dates work with my timeline because I'm looking at either August 21st or I'm looking at August 22nd because an eclipse happened on both of those dates back to back. So either date is a very high watch date for me. So if you want to pick the 23rd or the 24th, neither of them bother me one bit. So not worth arguing about for sure. So from the Revelation 12 sign, going out 333 days, just like from Miriam to Moses, you land on the date of the Great American Eclipse on August 21st, 2017. Now, from the Great American Eclipse, remember it was a year prior, just like Miriam died a year prior, so you would start from the Revelation 12 sign going to the eclipse. And then from the eclipse, going out to the Revelation 12 sign, is exactly 33 days in between. Coincidence? I don't think so. I don't believe in coincidences, especially stuff like this when God literally put these signs in the sky. I think that this is all very connected and meaningful. Now, why the 180-day difference? Why the 6-month difference? Well, I got two theories. I haven't worked on this 100%, but I think these two theories work. So in Esther, there's a feast of exactly 180 days. So I think that's alluding to the 6 months, the 6 month difference. And this happens prior to the 7 day banquet of wine. I think it's actually going to be a 7 year banquet of wine because I think we're going to be up in heaven after these 180 days. And you can read about that in the first chapter of Esther. Now, Moses' date of death and birth of February 21st is exactly 6 months from 821 from the date of the Great American Eclipse. So it works out perfectly. Now, remember, the Lord also moved the head of the year back exactly 6 months in Exodus 12. And I have that right here. Exodus 12:1. This is the first thing that God commanded Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month, that was March, now it's spring, remember, because they're about ready to celebrate the first Passover. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months, and it shall be the first month of the year to you. So it used to be in September. Now we rolled it back to March. Well, what's odd is the first signs that we're looking at are February, March, but now the signs that he's giving us are back to the original, the August and September. So, like I said, I don't have all of it figured out, but I know there's some connection there. I just haven't put it all together yet. What else did I find was interesting? Excuse me. God gave us this other sign on April 8th. Remember, the sign of Jonah, it crossed over all those Ninevehs. So the day count between that and the August 21st eclipse is 135. No matter how you write 153, 315, 135, 135, 531, you add the numbers, you do the, call it cubing, whatever, however you want to say it, it always comes back, it reverts itself back to 153. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I said, I wonder what the Greek Strong's is on 135, which I never remember to do. I never look at the Strong's. I actually remember this time. It's a one-time usage word, which means a riddle, an enigma. Isn't the rapture the greatest enigma and riddle that's ever existed? This has been amazing. People have been working together. People have been digging into the Bible. People are sending emails to other watchers saying, hey, I wasn't looking at this date, but I think this might help you out. We're connecting with each other. In my comments, I'm trying to, we got prayer rooms, we got all kinds of stuff. We're lifting each other up. So this rapture watching has been amazing. I wish, I've only been saved for about a year now. And it's unfortunate that I've, am relatively new to this because it's been such an amazing experience. Not always stressful at times, definitely takes up a lot of your time, but it's time well spent. Any time spent in the Lord's Word and looking at signs and watching is definitely never a waste. And to me, it's been a true blessing. So 135, which is the day count between the two eclipses, this happens to be a one-time usage word that means riddle and enigma. So pretty amazing on that. And I did this in my other videos. So the days between these two eclipses, the signs, one's an eclipse, the other one's the Revelation 12 sign, is 33 days, which means in Greek, age, or come as a commandment. Come or come now. So to me, this is all rapture. I'm really high on these dates. I hope I explained this 11:11 effect better. If you wanted more information, go back and watch my previous video. Like I said, I can't regurgitate everything I already covered, but I really wanted to touch on this 11:11 event and why I'm looking at it in that way, and all the new signs that I just found with the 135, and I mentioned the 33 again. Oh, and the day count. Yeah, the day count is 135, which means riddle, an enigma, and strong. So guys, stay blessed. I'm going to be on vacation starting on Monday, but I plan on doing, whether it's going to be prayer or maybe just reading a psalm or something like that every morning. That's kind of what my goal is going to be. I don't think I'm going to be like washing. I'm going to be, obviously, I'll be watching what's going on in the world. I won't take a break from that. That's just something that I'm interested in. I like keeping current on events, but I'm not going to be putting out like watching videos unless something major comes up out of the blue. But I plan on maybe just even doing a quick morning prayer, something like that. So please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys hopefully in about a day or two. God bless.